Many years ago, a king used to rule in a kingdom. This king was very fond of horses. Although this king had many horses, but he had four such wild horses, which was very much liked by this king. The king called many trainers to train these horses, but no one could train these horses well. Whenever someone tried to sit on them, they would immediately throw him off their back or kick him. Horses were very dear to the king, so strict warnings were given to the trainers that they should not be forced and should not be beaten. Several months passed, but no trainer was able to train the horses properly. Then the king made an announcement in his kingdom that whoever will train these horses well will be given a huge reward. Few days later, a young trainer came to the king. The king told the young man about his condition that the training of horses should be done without beating. The trainer accepted the king's condition and put two conditions in front of the king from his side as well. The young trainer said, "I am ready to accept your every condition, but I also have two conditions which you should agree to. Only then I will be able to train your horses." The king said, "First, tell the conditions." The trainer said, "The first condition is that it may take a few months or even a whole year for me to train these horses. That much time should be given. And the second condition is that the arrangements for the food and drink of these horses should be left completely to me." The king had no other option. No trainer had been able to train the horses till date. The king accepted all the conditions of the young trainer and handed over the horse to him. From the very next day itself, the young trainer took these horses to a large enclosure and left them all free there. The trainer started running along the edge of the fence. Then, after getting tired of running, this young trainer lay down in the same enclosure. After getting up from there, he himself fed and watered the horses. During all this process, he did not tie the horses. The next day also, the trainer repeated the same work that he had done on the first day. This work became his routine. He would let the horses loose in the paddock, feed them grass, and run along the edge of the paddock. Slowly, all the four horses also started running behind that trainer. The horses began to feel that the trainer was their friend and loved them. All the horses became very comfortable with the trainer. After a few months, one day the king came to the paddock to inquire about his horses and to see how the training was going. The king was happy to see that all the horses were running behind the trainer. The king is now convinced that only this trainer can train his horses. The king happily left from there. 1 year passed in no time. Then the young trainer sent a message to the king that the horses have been fully trained, so the king should come and see once. In the presence of the king, the young trainer rode all the horses one after the other. The king was very happy to see this. The king asked the young trainer, "How did you do it?" The young trainer explained everything to the king and said, "First of all, I made these horses feel familiar by staying with me. By setting them free, I expressed that I am their best friend and I love them. Then I tried to get closer to them by giving them food and water and tried to teach them by playing with them. In this way, slowly they started letting me come closer to them. Let me sit on their back, and then one day it came when they started running with me on their back." The king praised the young trainer's prudence, promised him millions of gold dirhams, and offered him the job of taking care of the four horses forever. If we see in our lives, we will find that we all also have these four untrained horses inside our mind. Their names are anxiety, anger, jealousy, and greed. And your intellect is a trainer. You must train these four horses with your intellect so that these four can remain in your control. But for that, first you have to be friends with these fours. First, you have to understand these four horses well. Then you can control them. First of all, we will discuss about worry. We all know that worry is not a solution of any problem, but it will only complicate the problem. We can control worry only with our positive thought. Try to find solution for your worry and always remember that like day comes after night. Similarly, good time come after hard time. Just wait patiently for the bad time to pass. Number two horses are anger. Buddha always used to say that anger is such a fire in which the one who is anger burns first and then burns the others. Anger may not harm anyone else, but the one who gets angry definitely suffers. Therefore, whenever you get angry, just think about the bad outcomes of anger and try to calm your mind by watching your breath. By practicing slowly and slowly, in this way you can control your anger. Number three horse is jealousy. Jealousy arises when you consider someone else better than you. Whenever jealousy arises within you, always remember that comparison is a very foolish attitude because each person is a unique and incomparable. Once this understanding settles in you, jealousy will disappear. Number four horse is greed. Human greed never ends, no matter how much we may get. But we always wish to get more and more. Many times, in the desire to get more, a person is deprived of what he has. If you wish to earn money by doing hard work and by legal means, then it is good. But if you wish to earn a lot of money by illegal means and by shortcut, then this is greed. Therefore, always keep control on the horse of greed in your mind and try to be content and enjoy whatever you have. If you can do this, then you can also control these four horses of your mind with the rein of intellect.